So what's new in WWE 13? First off, we'll have oh my god context sensitive power moves. Now these moves give you the ability to break through the barricades, destroy the ring and even catch a finisher in mid-air RKO style. With these moves, they're only available to certain wrestlers in specific locations and instances, so the likes of the ring break-in moment would only be available to super heavyweights. How they work are similar to finishing moves, with an OMG icon appearing when your wrestler is able to pull off the move. As of yet, there's no gameplay footage of these moments in action other than what we've seen in the trailer. In regards to these OMG moments, and specifically the ability to hit a finisher in midair, it sounds like THQ have borrowed from WWE All-Stars, which allowed players the ability to hit finishing moves from all kinds of instances, meaning you could RKO someone jumping at you from the top rope, and all kinds of other situations. Hopefully with E3 just around the corner, it won't be long before we get to see these moves in action. Currently revealed OMG moments include mid-air finishers such as the GTS, throwing someone off the Hell in a Cell, putting someone through the Hell in a Cell, announce table finishers such as the Pedigree and the apron moonsaults and dive and elbow drops that were seen in the trailer, the spear through the barricade, and the ring break, which actually ends the match. Of these moments, you can do a mixture of these in a match, and you're not just limited to one, unless the first one that you use is breaking the ring. Match experience is a big new addition to the gameplay that your casual gamer might overlook, but to WWE fans it's a great new feature that allows you to set the pace of a match. In match experience you have three options to choose from: quick, normal or epic. Now these settings define the pace of a match, with the example given being that matches taking place on Raw are considerably shorter than the matches that take place on a pay-per-view, such as The Undertaker vs Triple H at WrestleMania. The way that these settings differ is that the quick matches will see the AI more aggressive, trying for more pinfalls and spending less time working on the limbs, instead looking to hit power moves and end the match as quickly as possible. Epic matches see the AI take a much slowed down pace, working on the limbs and being less aggressive to conserve stamina, with the health of competitors much higher. This means the match won't be over after a single finisher, so you'll have to keep working on your opponent and wear them down to get the pinfall with power moves and multiple finishers, just as if you were going up against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Next comes spectacular moments. Now, not a lot is said of this new feature, although spectacular moments could be something along the lines of recreating past WWE moments like the Big Show and Mark Henry breaking the ring. One more new addition sees the old ability to set a certain amount of finishing moves available at the beginning of a match, a feature that was seen in the earlier SmackDown games. With this option you'll have the ability to set 0 to an infinite amount of finishing moves to start the match with, meaning if you want to recreate WrestleMania 28 and bro kick Daniel Bryan's head off in just 18 seconds, now you can. Other new additions see improved weight detection and new frames for the bigger super heavyweights, meaning smaller guys won't be able to lift the likes of Big Show. The way that this works is that guys like Rey Mysterio will use different moves in place of the moves that would generally lift an opponent if he's going up against a much taller, stronger opponent. The lead up to the AI pinning someone has also been improved, so instead of the AI hitting a finisher and then deciding to use a regular move like an armbar before going for the pin is now being eliminated. This should lead to much more realistic finishes than what we've seen so far in AI matches. The Attitude Era mode is what is being brought in to replace Road to WrestleMania, which had mixed reviews last year due to the set outcomes of matches being played out in cutscenes, taking the control away from the player, and not to mention the numerous, countless backstage brawls. The Attitude Era mode sees the player take control of 8 of the Attitude Era's biggest stars, which of that 8 we currently have Stone Cold, Mankind and The Undertaker confirmed. The mode is chapter based and it runs through the early Attitude days all the way through the Monday Night Wars with WCW and the Austin vs McMahon saga. One of the coolest things about the mode is that you'll get WWE footage mixed in between matches, which furthers the current storyline that you're in, and it also gives you a bit of a history lesson in the process. In regards to the matches in the mode, THQ have borrowed from WWE Legends of WrestleMania and opted to give the player the option to complete a list of side objectives, which sees the player recreate moments from the matches they play in. The smart thing THQ have done here is allow the player to decide if they want to do this, as you can simply play the match, win and move on if you prefer. If however you want to recreate the matches perfectly, then you'll be rewarded for doing so. One example of the objectives could be throwing Mankind off the cell when playing the Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker. So far, only the Raw's War Arena is confirmed for the game, with several others included but not yet announced. These arenas will be part of the Attitude Era storylines and are highly speculated to include the original SmackDown arena and the King of the Ring 98 arena. Breaking point submissions, limb targeting and time-based pinning are all making a return in WWE 13 with slight tweaks and refinements to the animation which gives them a much more fluid feel. The game is currently in an alpha state, which means that there's around 6 weeks left for the team to add additions such as new superstars, moves, attires and the like. Once that time is up, the game will go into a testing phase with 3 months spent bug testing. So far the game is shaping up great, and it's clear that THQ have listened to the feedback of gamers over the past year, doing away with Road to WrestleMania and bringing in the Attitude Era mode. The gameplay has also been added to with the added match experience options, which should provide a much more challenging and realistic feel to matches, with numerous other tweaks made to iron out the bugs. Then there's also the OMG moments, which should be match changing, making matches much more challenging and leading fans to impersonate Joey Styles.